Welcome back, trainers, and in this video we're going to be taking a look at Perrserker, all steel type. Now this is an interesting one here because you can go with multiple different movesets. That is going to be giving you plenty of coverage for the Fantasy Cup here. I've used this several times in the past. It has an amazing design. Love that Viking helmet with beard and then those claws that come out like Wolverine, and then its eyes kind of go away when you tap on it. It makes it look really good. So definitely excited to use this one here. We're going to be going with Shadow Claw, Iron Head, and Close Combat. You could go Play Rough, could even go with Night Slash, but I'm going to be going with the ones that I have. Play Rough would have been coming in handy in a lot of times when I was going up against a dragon. If you were going to rock that, I'd say maybe Play Rough, Close Combat if you're looking to nuke. But yeah. With that said, if you do enjoy my videos, please give it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate the support. If you can do that, I'd be quite happy with that. Alright, we're going to be pairing it up with Bisharp again. I just wanted to use Bisharp because I had a blast with it last time, and it has a lot of good situations. I mean, if you get the right spot, you're going to be looking great. So long as you don't go up against a fighter, you're going to be looking pretty okay here. So you pretty much just wall the Giratina. I mean, it's still doing a decent amount, even though you're resisting it. But you're going to be able to hit them very hard, and its spam ability is very nice. And of course, the Tapu Fin is just going to be amazing to go alongside both of these here. We will be in trouble if we do encounter a fighter in the back, so yeah. Anyways, let's get into the commentary. We're going to be met with an Empoleon here. Now, you do win this matchup if they do not shield up. Okay, so long as it doesn't lag, you're going to be looking pretty good here. Alright, so we're going to let that go. Okay, of course, Drill Peck. Now, all of our moves are resisted, so we're just going to go with the harder hitting one, Moonblast here. But then we're going to be going for a Surf afterwards, which is going to be enough. Now, this is going to be bringing this down pretty low. What they could do, if they wanted, I guess, to use a shield here and then come out of this with energy and hit whatever we do throw in, is shield this up, but they let it go, and then we're going to be able to take them out with Waterfall. We're winning that matchup with about 3 HP, which is perfect, or 2. And they're not able to get that much farm. So this is not particularly great here. So we're going to go ahead and bring in the Perrserker. That Focus Blast is going to pretty much one-shot, but I couldn't believe it. I called it, and it was a Flash Cannon. It's like, wow, I thought they were going to go for Zap Cannon or something like that. But hey, that's perfect. Didn't even debuff me, and we're still looking good and healthy. Going for another Close Combat, taking them out, and we're still holding on to 2 shields. They have a Giratina in the back, and I immediately swap into the Bisharp. Now, they still have 2 shields. And even though we're dark, we still can take a decent amount of damage from the Shadow Ball, which is going to be doing about 60% of my health. So that's the reason why I shielded it up, knowing that Bisharp is kind of squishy. But again, it's all about that attack. Unfortunately, there's no speed in this game. It's all about that attack and the defense, HP. Anyways, so at this point, we're going to go ahead and shield up. They hit me with another Ominous Wind, Shadow Ball at the end. I was like, oh, perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and take out that Giratina with the Dark Pulse. I think they closed out their app. Doesn't really happen unless they do this here. Freezes at the end. I mean, it could be the game, but nonetheless, we take the win, and we're moving it on to our next opponent. Leading with that Tapu Fin, met with a Heatran, and we already know that this is a fantastic lead. So obviously, we're just going to stay tight. We got Steel in the back. That doesn't want to see this whatsoever. Thought they'd be swapping, but they're going to stay here, and we're going to easily let this go. Doesn't matter if it's even a Stone Edge. And alright, sounds good. Alright, so we're still in the green. They're bringing in a Togekiss, and this is perfect because we do have the Perrserker and Iron Head on it, as a matter of fact. So this is going to be great. Going to build up to the Moonblast and then get off a Surf. Almost made it to another one, unfortunately, not able to get there. So they are down a shield. This could be Flamethrower, so we're going to shield it up. Doesn't really matter. Ancient Power, whatever. Alright, bringing in a Giratina at the end, and we're going to go ahead and swap into our Bisharp, and we're looking great here. This is a win, right? They're letting it go. They're probably going to hold on to that shield. I think it's pretty much a wrap here. We're going to be able to just almost farm them down at this point, hit them with an Iron Head, and yeah, so on. But they're going to be backing out. We take the win, and we're moving it on here. What are we going to be met with? A Solgaleo, another fire in the front. Well, it's not fire, but a fire user with that steel in the back. Do you see how that works? See how that works? See how that works, folks? Okay. Perfect. This is great. So we're going to go ahead and let that go, hitting me with a Psychic Fangs, no problem at all. And they're shielding up our first Surf here. Do they want to double shield their Solgaleo? Or it's not called oh my gosh. Look, I can't. Look. It's just what it is. I'm going to call it that, or I'll call it the other thing when I can, okay? Doesn't freaking matter. These are imaginary Pokemon. Their names mean nothing. The dirt on the ground means more than them because it's actually real. Alright, bringing in the Perrserker. We're going to farm them down here. They are shieldless, and that Perrserker is almost out of here. Alright, so we got a ton of energy. They're bringing in... Is that a fairy? Was that a Togekiss? Or Grambo? Oh, and they're taking the damage, swapping into a Melmetal. We're going to get off a close combat. Our moveset is just perfect for this situation here. We're not going to swap. Oh, I don't think we can. I think we're locked here. It doesn't really matter. And for the people who are just irritated by the name calling, Solgaleo. There, I fixed it for you. Better? Okay, so they're backing out after they see the Bisharp. Taking that win, moving it on to our next opponent. What are we going to be met with here? Another Tapu Fini mirror match. So it's all about who has the higher attack. They're going to be immediately swapping into the Giratina. And I swap into my Bisharp here, which is going to be walling them. Again, Shadow Ball is going to be doing a lot. Take a look. Bringing us down below half. So do you see why I shielded it up that ominous win, thinking it could have been a Shadow Ball? Because it is still doing a decent amount. It's not like you're a tanky Dark type here. In the main games, it would have just done nothing. Alright, Dark absorbs Ghost. Fairy absorbs Dragon. And Ghost absorbs normal. And in this game, they still do damage because it's just the way it is. I guess they just want to keep it flowing, right? Because you could just completely wall somebody in that situation. Anyways, they're going to be bringing back their Tapu Fini. I swap back into my top Tapu Fini, not wanting them to farm up the remainder of my Bisharp, which is just like one more water gun, but I can use it to catch. I'm not feeling really comfortable about this matchup in general right now. So, let's just see how it works. They're swapping to catch. Oh, an Escavalier. That is going to definitely be putting a dent in my team because of the counter and the steel that we have in the back. And Bisharp being steel and dark, well, it's out. Pretty much almost gone, but you know where I'm going. Weak to fighting in the back like we stated in the beginning. So I'm going to have to catch here if I want any sort of redemption. I don't even think a catch is going to work at this point, but if I do catch, that's going to be very clean, seeing that Bisharp is going to be taking a lot of damage. It has to be quite literally perfect, like we did there. Just on time. Beautiful. Again, like, yeah, they just they swap into that. I threw the Iron Head, but they were able to get it off first. We wouldn't have taken the win, but it was still a good game there in an attempt to recover that situation. Next battle met with a Sand Slash. All right, so this is fine. This is great, actually, because we do resist the ice. So perfect, right? So going for that Surf, they're letting it go. Great, and we're going to let this go as well. I'm expecting a Bulldoze, right? Do we have to kind of look out for that in the back? And they're swapping into a Togekiss, which does have Air Slash. Interesting. Okay, no problem. Let's go ahead and do our thing here. Going to go straight for the Iron Head, taking that Togekiss out, and we're still as healthy as can be. They're bringing in an Escavalier. Now, this is not particularly great because we do have the Bisharp, and our Tapu Fini is not as healthy as can be, and they're farming up a lot of energy there, so they're almost at 2 drill runs, I would suspect. Just about, probably 2 right about now. So I'm going to have to shield these up. There's nothing I can do to let it go because we cannot take the counter damage with the Bisharp. It'll take us out like Phyllis going up against a Charmuser. Think of it like that. You're just 4 times weak to it. Alright, so they're going to be using their last shield here. I'm like, come on. Come on. Oh, we get to the Surf on time. But is this going to be enough to take them out? Yeah, of course it is. Okay. They got that Sand Slash, so we could have swapped. Alright, so we do. Because I'm suspecting them to go for an Ice Punch because we're so low and we catch it. You like that catch? Oh, I love that catch. So I thought this might be a Bulldoze, but they were just throwing before they do go down here, which sounds good to me. Gonna go for that Iron Head. Take the win with the Bisharp. Let's get it, folks, and keep on moving here. I was having a lot of fun with that Perrserker. Alright, next battle, we're going to be seeing a Scizor. This is okay, seeing that the Tapu Fini is going to be part water. We don't really have to worry about taking that super effective Steel-type damage. And the back line does not mind seeing this whatsoever either, but we're just going to let this go. There's really no need to shield this up. Alright, now that's very interesting. I think that's the first time I've ever been hit with a return from a Scizor. I didn't think they would have actually return on it, but they did. And they're swapping into their or bringing in a Flygon here, Shadow, which can body the back line. If I'm not careful with that Earth Power, one-shotting, I would assume pretty much both of them. Definitely the bit, well, I don't know. But it's still something we need to look out for. They are actually baiting me here, letting it go. We swap in. I'm thinking, come on. Is this a catch? Oh, it was, but I freaking shielded it up, and they've got a Magnezone in the back. Now, this is a little weird. I don't know what's going on here, but if they would have shielded that up, that would have pretty much been a wrap for me because I am shieldless here. But since they did let it go, we're going to be able to take the win, bring it into the Perrserker, and then Shadow Clawing down that Flygon and taking the win. Let's get it. Alright, moving it on to our next opponent. We're going to be met with a Sylveon. Backline, base sharp, not so much. Even though it's steel type, it's part dark, and again, it's a little squishy. Of course, the Perrserker would love to see it. It completely walls it because it is pure steel type, and there's nothing that the Sylveon can do, right? So they're going to be shielding that up. We're going to shield this up as well and go for the Moonblast here. If they want a double shield, I think we're going to immediately swap into our Perrserker, but they're letting it go. So we immediately bring in our Perrserker to go up against their Giratina and see what happens. They're hitting me with a Dragon Claw and swapping into a Scizor. So what we need to do here is build up to 2 close combats. They've only got 1 shield left, and then we're going to be able to align our Bisharp with their Giratina, and we're looking good here. I suspect they're going to be letting this go, or shielding this up, and then obviously they have no more shields now. Is this going to be enough to take out the Scizor? It is not. Okay, double KO there. Nice. Alright, so we immediately bring in the Bisharp, and that's a wrap. Okay, there's really nothing they can do. Not even Shadow Force is going to be able to save them here. And I have been getting hit by that. Okay, people are using Shadow Force. It does catch you by surprise, but they are building up a lot of energy. Like, is that going to be a Shadow Force? I don't know. Anyways, looking good here. I let it go because there's really no need to shield up, and I think we're just going to quick move down, and that's about a wrap. If you did enjoy this video, folks, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're new, turn notifications on like usual, and it's always nice when you hit that like button. It helps me out a ton. Thank you for watching, and take care.
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!
It's out of my hand, but I'm still in control. It's out of my hand. You can never take away the power of my soul.
So compromise where you can. Where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.